Another year has passed. And we still don't know what's going on with the Kotor Remake! I just need to know. Oh, shit. Welcome back, Padawans, to the Jedi Gaming Academy channel. I am your host, Jedi Master Ren, and today I have a Holocron Minute for you guys, alright? So, if you didn't understand by the intro there, we're going to be talking about Star Wars, the Kotor Remake, okay? And the reason why is because last week we just had this year's PlayStation's State of Play. Now, I believe they might have done maybe one other one, but this was the big one, right? This is the one where they started kind of putting somewhat of a roadmap down for the next year, for 2025, and yet again, we see nothing, no talk, no mention, no whispers of anything going on with the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. So I just decided, you know what, let's jump in, let's touch base, let's see where the game's at in production, and maybe we can get it here in a little bit, you know what I mean? I doubt that, I really do in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, let's see what we can do, alright guys? But we're going to jump into this article here by Tech Radar. This is from Cat Bustle. He writes, Star Wars KOTOR, well they write, because I don't know if this is a man or a woman, I apologize. Star Wars KOTOR Remake, everything we know so far. Though there's not been much recent news directly about the game, work on the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake is ongoing. That said, since we've not seen any substantial updates since the brief teaser released in 2021, it seems likely that the role-playing game is still a ways off yet, which, yep, that sounds about right. In the original KOTOR, you play as a mysterious Force user who finds themselves embroiled in a war between the Galactic Republic and the sinister forces of Darth Malgus. If you're lost, don't worry. KOTOR is set thousands of years before the Star Wars movies, an approach that gave the game much more room to maneuver when it came to telling its own unique story. With this freedom, the original KOTOR could offer a tale of full of memorable characters, weighty moral choices, and fantastic set pieces. The KOTOR Remake is coming courtesy of Saber Interactive, a US-based developer that, until very recently, was owned by the Embracer Group, a Swedish media conglomerate. However, the original KOTOR was developed by BioWare, a veteran studio well known for crafting some of the best RPGs and the best story games. We've gathered every speck of information about the upcoming game in order to figure out if Saber will be able to live up to BioWare's legacy. So, we have here, a release date of the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake hasn't been confirmed yet. Even the lack of material available for the game from official sources, we don't expect to get another look at this Star Wars RPG anytime soon. The first developer, Aspyr, confirmed that the game was still in early development before Saber Interactive took over, and now Saber has separated from parent group Embracer, reportedly taking KOTOR with them. Since it split from Embracer Group earlier this year, Saber has confirmed that KOTOR Remake is still in development. No further details have been given. However, we do know that the KOTOR Remake will launch as a timed console exclusive on PS5. That means it could come to Xbox Series X and S and PC after a short while, probably about 6 months, or a year, depending. Though an Xbox release date or window hasn't been confirmed yet either. While you wait for more news, and that's pretty much all we got there, because they start talking about Star Wars Outlaws. Let me make sure. Yeah, they're going to start talking about the trailer in Star Wars Outlaws. So we're done here with at least the update that we have here. So, as we knew, Aspyr is the first studio that kind of, that had the rights to it, and that they were the ones who were going to be working on it, right? And then we started hearing some things about Aspyr, where some back-end stuff, you know, how they were treating their workers, stuff like that was going on. They had a bad newsreel, you know, going through the sources and everything like that. So, because of that, I think, you know, that may have contributed in them pushing it off to Saber Interactive. Now, cool, Saber Interactive has it. They've got the Embracer Group now. If you're into the gaming space, you know Embracer has been buying up studios left and right, and basically the term is, if you get bought by them, you've been embraced, which is not a good thing, because they just sit on all of these studios and they don't do anything with them. Crystal Dynamics is one of them. I just watched a video the other day about Crystal Dynamics and one of the games that they have under their belt, and I think it's Legacy of Kain. It might be. I could be wrong on that. But Are they going to do anything with it? Embracer. Are they going to do anything with these IPs that are dormant because they now own all of them? And a lot of the times we see them just not doing that. And now they're actually starting to, as we just saw, Saber split with them earlier this year. They've started selling off a bunch of other studios. So that being under that parent company, not really the best if you're trying to make like good, wholesome games. At least from the narrative and the rhetoric that I've seen online, that's not somebody that you want to be on top of you telling you what to do. So it's good that Saber Interactive has separated from them and they still have the rights to the KOTOR remake, because that is the biggest thing here, all right? Are we going to see this game? I mean, they're saying that they're still working on it, so that's a plus, but we haven't heard anything about this game in 4 years. In 3 years. 3 years we have seen nothing about this game except for a teaser trailer. And let me tell you, that shit got me so freaking hyped when I was watching that live. Unbelievably hyped. I was ready. Do you want to know why? Because unlike a lot of people who are in the gaming space, I cannot play turn-based games. I've tried on multiple different facets. I've tried with the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And that turn-based crap, I can't do, man. I cannot do it. It's not about the game. It's just that I can't. My brain doesn't work like that. I need to be in the action. I need to have control. And I don't want to just press a button. Okay, you do that. All right, now it's my turn. Now you go do that, you know? So I can't really do all that kind of stuff. I need to be able to have that in-person action. So because of that, that's why I'm super excited about the Star Wars KOTOR remake. I'm hoping what they can do is they can make it similar to, what am I thinking? Like how they did with the Final Fantasy. You know, Final Fantasy was a game that was, It was turn-based, and then with Final Fantasy VII Remake, then with the new Final Fantasy 16, they started making those into, like, actual, you know, real-time combat games. And I really have resonated with those. I played through the first part of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, all the way through. Absolutely loved my time with Final Fantasy 16. I have not gotten a chance to get into the DLC. That's something that I need to do. But you know we got Star Wars Outlaws right now, baby. You know what I'm saying. But anyway, I do love the real-time action, and I love Japanese RPGs. I just don't like the turn-based. So if they can make this game feel like Final Fantasy VII Remake or feel like Final Fantasy 16, oh my god, I'm going to be eating good, okay? We're going to be eating good at the Jedi Gaming Academy. We'll go down to the canteen and we're going to be eating, alright? But I am very excited about this game, and, you know, I wasn't expecting to see it at this state of play. Let's be honest, right? Let's pump the brakes. Let's pump the brakes. I knew that we weren't going to be seeing this game there. But it is good to know that, you know, it did first get announced in 2021 at a state of play. And since we just had this state of play coming up, it started making me think again, are we going to see this game? Like, is it going to be here anytime soon? That right there kind of, you know, with all the shifts that happened, it's moved from Aspire to Saber. Saber was under Embracer. Now Saber has split from Embracer. There's a lot of bigger things going on with these different studios that is causing this game to kind of take the back seat for a little bit, you know? I don't think that they're done with it. You know, I mean, they said it in the article that people at Saber, they're like, no, it's getting worked on, but we have no idea when. So that, I resonate with that. I feel like that's accurate, but that means that we really have no idea how long it's going to take. Where is it at right now, right? Is it in the conceptualizing phase? I don't know. So that's where we're going to have to wait a little bit. I could see this game probably being like fully, like with more information about the game, end of 2025 next year, maybe even 2026 when we just hear more about the game. Maybe they could do a Star Wars Outlaw thing, announce it 6 months before it releases. You know what I mean? We could see that happening as well. So all I'm saying is we still got time. We still got to wait, right? Where it's not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be anytime soon. But good to know that the gears are still turning with this one, right? It's not a dead game as of yet. Now, next week, we are going to be talking about some Star Wars games that have not made it to the finish line, all right? I think that's going to be really fun, really cool to talk about, because there's a lot of games that I have heard of specifically that I have been excited for, jazzed about when I started hearing about them. Unfortunately, I heard about them after they were already canceled, so that's awesome for me. But guys, that's all I've got for you today on this Holocron Minute, all right? As always, I have been your host, Jedi Master... Ooh. Dealing with a sickness, I apologize. I have been your host, Jedi Master Ren, and I will see you next time in the halls. of the Jedi Gaming Academy. May the Force be with you.